Hello, Chelsea fans. Welcome back to the Blues Talk Zone, and remember to subscribe, then enjoy your news. Let's dive in. Garnacho's Blue Dawn. The Argentine sensation joins Chelsea. The summer transfer window of 2025 had already been a whirlwind across Europe, but few deals carried the same shock factor as Alejandro Garnacho swapping the red of Manchester United for the blue of Chelsea. The 21-year-old Argentine winger, known for his explosive pace and fearless dribbling, had been one of the Premier League's most exciting young stars. Yet, as the days ticked towards the new season, whispers of a move began to swirl. Whispers that turned into a roar when Chelsea's official announcement lit up social media. Garnacho had been a fan favorite at Old Trafford, a player who combined flair with work ethic, and who seemed destined to be part of United's long-term future. But tensions had been growing behind the scenes. United's inconsistent league form and uncertainty over their project left the winger questioning his role. Meanwhile, Chelsea, under the guidance of manager Enzo Maresca, had quietly been building a squad designed for high-intensity, possession-driven football. Maresca wanted wingers who could both stretch the pitch and threaten inside. And Garnacho fit the vision perfectly. Negotiations between the clubs were intense. United were reluctant to let a rival strengthen at their expense, but Chelsea's offer, a package exceeding $85 million including add-ons, proved too persuasive. Garnacho himself was eager for a fresh challenge, one that promised Champions League football and a starring role in an ambitious project. His decision wasn't just about money. It was about being the heartbeat of a side aiming to return to the summit of English football. When he arrived at Cobham for his first training session, the cameras captured a player already smiling from ear to ear. The blue training kit seemed to fit naturally, as though he'd been wearing it for years. Maresca wasted no time integrating him into tactical drills. Garnacho's ability to glide past defenders and link play with fellow attackers like Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson quickly drew applause from teammates. "He's fearless," Palmer reportedly told the coaching staff after one session. "He plays like he's in the park, even against the best." The Stamford Bridge unveiling was electric. Thousands of Chelsea fans gathered to greet their new signing, waving flags and chanting his name as he walked out onto the pitch holding the club scarf aloft. Speaking into the microphone, Garnacho addressed the crowd in English. "I'm here to give everything for this badge. We're going to fight for trophies. Together." His words sent the stands into a frenzy, and social media feeds were flooded with blue-tinted edits of the Argentine tearing down the wing. For Maresca, Garnacho's arrival was about more than adding another attacking threat. It was a statement that Chelsea were back in the market for elite talent, capable of outmaneuvering their biggest rivals. His role was clear: to be the spark in big matches, to turn tight games with moments of individual brilliance. Training sessions in pre-season revealed an immediate chemistry with the squad. Quick exchanges with Palmer, 1-2 runs with Reece James overlapping, and clever link-ups with Enzo Fernandez, a fellow Argentine who helped him settle in quickly. The Premier League debut in blue came against Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. Garnacho, wearing the number 11 shirt, stepped onto the pitch to deafening applause. Within 20 minutes, he had already left his mark, darting past two defenders and forcing a fingertip save from the goalkeeper. In the second half, he delivered the decisive moment. A curling strike from the edge of the box that kissed the far post before hitting the net. The stadium erupted, and Maresca clenched his fists on the touchline. Chelsea had their new star, and the league had been put on notice. As the season unfolded, Garnacho became more than just a signing. He became a symbol of Chelsea's resurgence. His runs terrorized defenses, his energy lifted teammates, and his confidence inspired the supporters. London began to feel like home, and the young winger embraced the pressure of being the face of a new era. For Manchester United, the loss stung deeply. For Chelsea, it was a masterstroke. And for Garnacho, it was the beginning of what could be a defining chapter in his career. A blue dawn in West London, with the promise of glory on the horizon.
Chelsea transfers need to be completed this week to seal Xavi Simons, and then there were less than 3 weeks to go. The summer transfer window is approaching its final stages, and the Premier League is almost back. For Chelsea and Enzo Maresca, neither can come soon enough. On the pitch, the players are riding a wave of enormous momentum off the back of last season's dramatic but thrilling end. Off it, they are still desperate to get sizable deals over the line both in and out of Stamford Bridge. Despite the bulk of the high-profile and most important transfers being completed, there is always more left. With the fringes of the squad overflowing at times throughout the past 12 months, clearing the books is a priority. In order to avoid a set of frantically arranged and mostly unwanted loans late on, sales for a set of outsiders are being pursued. Renato Veiga, despite his profile as a left-sided centre-back, which is exactly what Maresca is keen to find cover for in the wake of Levi Colwill's brutal ACL injury, will not be reintegrated into the group. He has come close to a permanent exit twice already this year, and nothing around that has changed. Chelsea have enough defenders to find answers without Colwill, and are unlikely to try and bolster the position before the 7 p.m. deadline on September 3rd. This article contains affiliate links. We will receive a commission on any sales we generate from it. Learn more. Veiga is far from being alone. Axel Disasi, Raheem Sterling and Ben Chilwell are all in the same camp. David Dartro Fofana is also looking for a new home, and Alfie Gilchrist is expected to make a move to the EFL. Chelsea will believe that all of these players can settle elsewhere in the remaining 2 and a bit weeks of the window. Carney Chukwuemeka might get the biggest transfer fee of the lot if he completes a return to Borussia Dortmund. Talks are underway to make that dream a reality, but Chelsea will not be getting close to the $40 million release clause in his contract. RB Leipzig are among the teams who had expressed interest in Chukwuemeka. From there, the natural progression is onto Xavi Simons. He is one of 2 potential arrivals, with a lot of groundwork done to seal another big money move. Chelsea and Leipzig are locked in conversations over the price and structure, which may well rely on some of the aforementioned sales going through first. Simons is actively involved in Leipzig's pre-season and played in a friendly against Lens on Saturday. With a broad agreement over personal terms, it is the club-to-club negotiations needing to be ironed out. Chelsea will be hopeful of getting it over the line sooner rather than later, to allow Simons time to adapt to his new surroundings without too much spillover into the season, which starts on Sunday at home to Crystal Palace. Unless things progress rapidly, he will not be playing for Chelsea by then, but all parties will have designs on it not dragging on much further. Before the window closes, Chelsea visit West Ham August 22nd, and host Fulham August 30 before an international break. Both sides have started to explore the chances of putting Christopher Nkunku in as possible make-weight. It would almost certainly have to be as a separate transfer, but the outcome and impact on Simons and the cost for both teams would be undeniable. From Simons, who is attracting interest from Manchester City, to Alejandro Garnacho, Chelsea know they hold more power and sway in this one as Manchester United push to recoup money following the latest major outlay. They announced Benjamin Sesko in a transfer worth more than $75 million over the weekend. It should come as no surprise that Chelsea advanced with their attempts to bring in Garnacho in the aftermath of this. United have long been trying to sell off exiled stars, including Garnacho, but also Antony and former Chelsea loanee Jadon Sancho. With Chelsea confident of getting Garnacho for considerably cheaper than United want, they have the strength to hold out until even later on to try and get the best fee possible. This one appears destined to go down to the wire. And finally, there is the future of Nicholas Jackson. He was not included in the matchday squads for either friendly over the weekend, as Chelsea aid him in finding a new club. However, with Newcastle United being one of the few teams who could feasibly afford or want Jackson at this point, plenty relies on the future of Alexander Isak. Chelsea will demand a high price for their striker and have Sesko to benchmark against. This complicates matters with a set of dominoes to fall before anything can start to truly happen. All in all, Chelsea's next transfers could continue to be sales after Leslie Ugochukwu, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall and Armando Broja all left last week. If Veiga, Disasi, Chukwuemeka and Fofana can follow shortly, then it will give more time to get Simons and Garnacho over the line prior to West Ham. which is just 9 days away.